Hi, today I will talk about Agile Scrum in 20 minutes. Traditionally, 1980s or 1990s, software development is like construction. Its knowledge comes from inbox or like that. But I don't feel that it's not for software. I don't think it's not for it's software. And then recently, Agile development is mainly used as a software development method. Go fast, and world environment is changing rapidly, so we must change rapidly and then go fast. And 2001 Agile Manifest published our website. We value the website items than right items. Individuals and interactions, working software over comprehensive documentation and customer collaboration, and responding to change later in the development duration. And Agile development, our happiness is very important. Traditional way, we must success the project and then make money, and we will be happiness. But in Agile, happiness is one of the KPI for the success. People work with happiness, and then happiness will come. This is the books. Last year, Japanese version published, Joint. This is based on the actual company. The name is actually Menlo Innovations, Menlo. And this is poster of the company. Make mistakes faster. Spell already mistake. They work every task with pair, like pair programming or everything. They work with pair. And joy is their most important thing. Let's see the process overview. In Waterfall, maybe 6 months or 1 year projects, we split the phase, some phases, and first requirement and design and implement and test it. And in Waterfall, every phase expected perfect. So assess every phase. We make documents. So many documents required. In Agile, we make software, potentially shippable software at least once in a month, and inspect and review and correct the mistake. In Waterfall, we expect no rework. Rework is very difficult in the Waterfall process. Some change management method in Waterfall, but it's very difficult, and rework will be a risk always. But something good thing in Waterfall, you can do works parallel the work items. If we can make perfect run, then we can do all things parallel, and then everything is perfect. We can integrate it, and the we have good result. But perfect run is very difficult in this today's software development, and if run breaks, result zero. This is research in 1902 about the software feature. 45% of software feature never used, and 19 rarely used. We don't use we didn't get customers' requirement. It's very difficult thing. So perfect run is very difficult. Then in Agile, we make software incrementally. Every program must complete at least in the month, and add other features in the every iterations. So we can change the feature anytime in the development. So environment change and mistake, we can correct it. But we must every feature usable and delightful and variable, and it's not the parts of the software. We must make it to usable. Not like above. We should make it like below skateboard or bicycle. Everything we can use and feedback the value. So if we split the work items, not split the component based. So we should split the work items with feature based. And about the team should be cross-functional with phase-based planning. Specialist team will work good. Requirement team, UX design team, architecture team, and implement team, test team. But in Agile development, we must complete the software, complete the future to deliver. So we must every skill in the team. So team will be cross-functional, requirement, architecture, implement every talent required in the team. And we must self-organize in the Agile project. If we have a perfect plan or a detailed plan, project manager command the team members about that. But in Agile, detailed plan is not exist. So team member should decide how to how to do work themselves. And I'll talk about a little bit about Lean Startup and DevOps. In Agile development, planning, in Waterfall, planning and development release is phased. In long software development, once planning perfect, planning development, planning all, development all, and release all things. In Agile, at least maximum 1 month planning, development, release all in the small duration, everything. But today, many software released as software services, web service. So operations is part of the software. So development and quality assurance and operations should be at least complete in 1 month. Small piece of quality assurance update and operation update in 1 month. And that's about. And in Lean Startup, business idea should be reviewed. That works or not. We decide to it's good idea or no good. And so we must idea build and measure in small duration, at least 1 month, or 1 week to 1 month. Small idea, build it, and measure the market result. And then we can focus in small things in every team members. So documentation is not so important. Every team member can focus for small features. And then I'll explain about Scrum at a glance. In Agile development, people use Scrum 60% to 90%. Most major methodology in Agile development. And the definition is free PDF. You can see it freely. Origin is a paper it's published Harvard Business Review 1986. Nonaka and Takeuchi. This explain about Honda and Canon. It's a good old Canon, not Canon today. Scrum is framework for complex product development. And Scrum is lightweight and very simple to understand, but difficult to master, difficult to execute. Scrum has 3 pillars: and transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Scrum has sprint. Sprint is duration, fixed duration, and if in the sprint you cannot change the goal, change the duration, and change the quality. And there are few events. Every event has a time box. You cannot exceed the time. First, planning for in the 2-week sprint. First, you can plan 4 hours, and end of the sprint, you can review 2 hours and retrospective 1.5 hours. And every day, you can make stand-up meeting and or maybe time up. explain about the team. Product owner may decide what we should make, and Scrum Master is problem solver or facilitator and developer. And we have 3 artifacts. One is work items, or all the items to complete the product. And sprint backlog is small items for the sprint. And the software, potentially shippable software. We call it increment. That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
So I have one question about this approach of the MVP. So you develop your product step by step. And so I'm wondering, if you have customers who are using the product all the time, then the customers also have to, I don't know, relearn how to use the product, or they need to be trained constantly, right? How to use a new feature maybe. Like if you go from skateboard to bicycle to car. Like the users also, they get new functionality all the time, or the functionality changes all the time, right? So do you also need to, I don't know, involve the user in this cycle?
This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is very different things, but in software, we can just add the features. So if A is not so bad, A is always A. So not big change between the release. So I think it's not so difficult. Does that make sense?
Also for new features, like you have to tell users like every 2 weeks, now there's a new feature, you can use this or you can use this. And Agile is also about changing features, right? If one feature is bad.
People should make the potentially shippable product in 2 weeks, but that does not mean every version actually released. So it's marketing thing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any experience working also when you have not, like, inside an organization, so you can do everything in Scrum, but what if the product that you are developing, it involves many companies, and some are not using Agile, so they say, I want to deliver my features in 1 month or 2 months. So どうやって一つのコンパニーじゃなくて、like、一つのプロジェクトの中でいっぱい会社が開発している。で、そして他の会社が Agile が使いたくない場合は
It's almost impossible. Very difficult.
So Agile is more for one company, inside company projects.
Or contract should be arranged. Usual contract is not fit this method. So contract should be changed.
Okay. One more question.
Okay.
So like in safety critical projects, for example, in automotive industry or aerospace industry, you need to produce a lot of documentation. So how does that fit in Agile? Is it possible to run like safety critical project with a lot of documentation in Agile?
Documentation is not interfere with Agile, so you can make Agile development, and also you should make documentation.
Agile documentation.
Yeah. And recently, documentation regulation is adapted to Agile. So especially healthcare. So it's in some cases, but many cases, but sometimes it's not difficult to make documentation in Agile.
Thank you.
So you showed us the special issues of happiness of Harvard Business Review. Why you say Agile approach is more happier than traditional approach?
Everybody can decide how to their work, how to do their work, and everybody agrees the goal of image is important. And happiness is very difficult, very important by my experience. Team with happiness always success. Serious team is difficult to success. That's my this 10 years experience.
じゃあ、終わりにします。次の方。